And the 1958 190 SL and the 1964 220 SEB are two of those classic Mercedes that you see drive past and you think, I'd love to have one of those, and they're surprisingly affordable. So if you've ever been seduced, here's Ian Royle with everything you need to know.
Overshadowed by the 300 SL, the four-cylinder 190 SL is a fine car in its own right. It was built from 1955 to 1963. The 190 SL was available as a roadster, coupe and a combination, coupe cabriolet. Mercedes-Benz also offered a sports roadster version, of which only a few were sold. The S in SL means sports and the L means light, liked. However, the 190 SL is not really a sports car and is not at all light. The 190 SL is really a touring car and, compared to other four-cylinder two-seater sports cars of its day, weighs 500 to 1,000 pounds more.
It's a Mercedes-Benz 190 SL from 1958. It's a car that I've always admired, and it's this particular model. I'd known about it for a number of years, and when it came up for sale I was fortunate enough to be able to conclude the deal and buy it. I've had this car now for 4 years.
Parts are not cheap either, and some are hard to come by. A front wheel bearing is £42, pressure plates £99, voltage regulator £107, and rear wheel cylinders £52. A voltage regulator, that'll be £107, thank you. Timing chain £47 and pressure plate £99. But a 1950 190 SL will set you back the grand total of £21,478.
I paid £20,000 for it, and it's probably worth 25 now at least. The parts are very easy to come by. You can buy everything from Mercedes or one of their agents. There's one in England, but there's also a very good firm in Hamburg who I've dealt with as well. Well, everything's for sale at the right price. So yes, I would sell it if the right offer came along, but it would have to be the right offer, and I would probably replace it with another Mercedes of a different type.
By this time, the demeanour of the SL was set in stone as a solidly built, comfortable open car with great touring credentials. Its 0 to 60 mph time of just a hair under 10 seconds with the auto transmission was mundane. It was a second and a half slower than a comparable automatic-equipped Corvette. But in terms of ride comfort and assembly quality, the 280 SL was true to its roots. Certainly the 280 SL set a new standard for sports cars from Daimler-Benz, and as such is deserving of its place amongst the greatest cars of all time.
This is the Mercedes 280. I had the car approximately 11-12 months now. Quality of build is out of this world, so it's the model I always wanted. The colour down to the ground.
Again, parts are not cheap, with a rear wheel bearing costing £22, temperature gauge £91, blinker switch £137, sports suspension spring kit £431, and ignition wire set £47. We found a good example of the 280 SL with 99,000 miles on the clock, still going for £4,995.
I paid approximately $11,500. And I wouldn't take anything under 13,000. I have owned many classic cars, but the Mercedes, when I retired, was the one I always promised myself. This is what I look for, this is what I purchased.